So you'd have to, like, rent out, like, a fucking, like, what's it called? I forget what it's called. Gotta live with a bunch of people. Flat. You gotta, yeah. Yeah, it's like fucking stabbings in London, like, every fucking night, bro. You just do not go out at night in London.
Welcome.
Oh, I fucking wish I inherited a fucking house, bro. I knew somebody who... They had, like, really rich, like, grandparents in Spain or something, and when they died, like, there were, like, 3 of them, 3 siblings, so... But the house was worth so much, they got so much money out of it, apparently. Like, bro. All that happened with my grandparents' house. So half of it went to my dad, and the other half went to my uncle, but my uncle bought out the full house, so he gave my dad the money for the entire house. Which is kind of dumb and bullshit, because my parents were taking care of them several times a week and put up with this shit for literally decades, while my fucking uncle moved to America and never did fuck all, and he still got half the fucking money. In fact, he got technically more than my dad, because my dad had to spend that money on buying a tombstone, and like all the funeral costs, and repainting the house and all that shit. So if anything, he technically got more. And he has a really good job in fucking Washington. He's fucking loaded, bro, and he's still... God, I don't like him. Bro, like, why doesn't he pass me some of his fucking cash? He's got a lot, bro. I just don't understand, like... How did he only get half the house? That's so bullshit. I mean, I know he paid the rest of it off, but, like, still, like, how did my dad only get half the house, bro? And then, my grandparents, the only grandparents I have left alive, they're ill, like, all the time, and they've kind of always been in bad health, but they're in their 70s now, like, early and mid-70s. I think it's just inevitable. It's gonna be within this decade that they pass. Like, before, like, 2030, I would 100% expect one of them to pass, at least. When they both pass, though, it gets put into thirds, the house. So my mom only gets a third of it, and the house is not worth as much as my other grandparents' house was, but... You know. And then my house is worth quite a bit. The housing market is obviously fucked. That sounds like something a bad person would do. Also, Lucy, fuck you.
SpongeBob.
What console? It did have good qualities when I played it. I feel like it's a game that's worth playing, like... Oh, game only. I'm not sure, then. I feel like Dutchman is, on GameCube is a game worth playing, like, at least once. However, disc only... me, personally, I care a lot about Case of Manual. I don't know how much you care about that, but I care a lot about that. So if that were me... Actually, Dutchman GameCube is really expensive in the UK, so I'd probably say yes to that, but... You know, in America, I'd imagine it's more accessible. I don't know. If you don't give a fuck about the case, then maybe it's worth it. But for me, that's just a deal breaker, most likely. No, I've never even played Red Dead 1. I have Red Dead on PS4, but like, dude, first-person shooters... I mean, not just like gun games with a controller, I just cannot. I just, like, cannot, bro. You can play Fortnite on Series X for free. You don't even need online. It looks really good, but I just won't play it because I use fucking controller. Yeah, I'd have to buy it on PC. Cheapest a case of manual is 25. Yeah, probably not worth it because I don't think the game is $25 good. Even though I do think it's worth playing like once, I just feel like 25 is a bit much. I bet if you like got lucky, you could get it for like even like 15 or 12 or something if you got really lucky. Some places probably sell that game for super cheap. Crash. I have Crash on PC, but I've only played like a small amount of the Crash 1 remake, and I've never played the other two.
I'm not feeling like a game of catch right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that was a wise decision to just like ask someone. But no, I'd say no. Now, if that were in the UK, I would snag that in a heartbeat because Dutchman goes for like 40 quid here. But yeah. And the PS2 version literally goes for like 2 quid. Nah. Don't think I would. Crash just doesn't really relate to me at all. Like, I never even really played as a kid. Except for one that I had a Crash game on GBA, and that's like the most... And I bought Crash Racing on Switch. Kind of regret getting it on Switch, but yeah, I have it on Switch. Played that for a couple hours. I liked it. And yeah, that's basically it. There's Monkey Ball hacks, that's cool. I guess I should have figured, but I don't know, I just never thought of it. Oh yeah, speaking of playing something one day for the bands, and for the bands, I mean sub-goal. I'm thinking of playing Atlantis Squibhantis on Saturday for the sub-goal, and then playing Creature GBA afterwards. Why Creature GBA? Because all the playthroughs of Atlantis are only like 2.5 to 3 hours long on YouTube, so it'd probably take me like... Considering I never played the game before, it'd probably take me like 4 hours. And then I wouldn't have any... And then Creature takes like an hour and a half if you know what you're doing, so... Because I don't know what I'm doing, it'll probably... Even assuming the worst case scenario, they'll probably still add up to like... 6 to 6.5 hours, which is like pretty good. Like, that's about what it should be. And they're both SpongeBob games. I wanted to do a GBA-a-thon, but... that might get redundant, so I feel like just doing GBA alongside of the shorter things would be good. I see. And this, yeah. That sounds... Are you playing on an emulator? Because you might be able to just like save stages in case. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. I think you're just gonna have to like drill it into your head. I don't know how I've never played Monkey Ball. This is not exactly that close, but the closest thing I've ever played to Monkey Ball is Ball Race on fucking Tau Unite.
I found one.
I don't know how that worked. Welcome back, iPie. How's your hack coming along, iPie? I don't mean to keep pestering you about it, but I'm just very excited. Oh, I saw the preview. Was that for the hack? I think I might have asked this before, but is it a 68 token hack? Nuts. You said it's pretty close to being done, although 17 out of 6. I mean, I know you said fully finished. So I assume you've made the framework for the vast majority of the tokens, and now it's just like polishing up shit. I hear frogs. How do I fucking... Is that... Do I hear frogs? I swear to God I hear frogs. No fucking frogs here, bro. Expanded in scope. Was your 2-month... So, does your 2-month estimate still... I assume it's not gonna... I assume it's gonna take a while now. I know it's for the greater good, but it makes me sad in the short term. Sad. Now I'm crying, iPie. How could you do this to me, bro? What you're referring to, you're essentially referring to a labbing stream, but no, I don't do streams like that. Because, they're generally disinteresting. And it's hard to find stuff in this game a lot of the time. And I just want to, like, listen to, like, YouTube videos and just fucking chill out if I'm trying to find shit. I don't want to be in, like, read chat mode and be presentable mode while I'm trying to find stuff. The only routing labbing thing I ever did on stream was when I was, making a theoretical guitar early route and figuring out, like, how much it'd save and shit. I remember I spent, like, an hour on that. I think the majority would not really be interested in that, at least past, like, one stream, so I just don't bother. Again, I just want to chill. I was trying to find stuff yesterday. I found, like, stuff, but if I'm, like, reading chat and stuff, who knows? Maybe I just would have been less focused, and maybe I wouldn't have even found stuff yesterday, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely think it's for the better of the mod. It just makes me sad in the short term. But yeah, I mean, obviously I get it, like... You know, why settle for, you know... a hack where everything's, like, too short, you know, when you can just add a little more to everything and then it feels, like, fully complete. You know? You can, because you already know, like, generally, like, the level structures and shit, even if you do extend a challenge, like, you've already done, like, you know, the framework for it, so it'd be quicker to add on to it than it would be to start from scratch. So you are still nearing the end of, like, making the hack. You're closer to the end than the beginning, that's for sure. A demo? That might be a good idea. Although, then I don't know how much of it you should be showing to people. I would definitely love a demo. I think a demo's a good idea, and I'm not just saying that so I can play it on the stream. I think, just genuinely, because it's gonna take a while, so I feel like showing people why the hack is so good and why it needs to, why you need to put more time into it, you know, like, if you just feed people a little bit, then they'll be like, damn, this shit's good, I want more of it, you know? You're showing people, like, that you can make some good shit, you know? Yeah. I think a demo's a good idea. That would get you a tiny bit sidetracked, but I don't think it'd take very long. I just don't know. If you're gonna do a demo, I just don't know how long it should be. You might even be able to get some necessary feedback. Like, for example, there might be, like, a majority opinion on, like, oh, obviously, like, whatever level you have replacing, like, depression, this level should have, like, this, or it should have, like, more of this or less of this, and then you can kind of take that idea, not only just apply it to the level, you might be able to apply that criticism to the rest of the levels and make them better. So I feel like a demo is a good idea. Yeah, a lot of some projects just take too long, or people have too many ideas, or school or work gets in the way. So I'm very happy that, like, the hack will come out, you know? I bet some people have had some fucking banger ideas, and they have hardly got past the concept stage, and you just never hear of it again. Or they, you know, they promise something, and then it just never is to be. I really don't think that'll happen to you, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But, yeah, demo would be pretty fucking good, methinks. But again, I don't know how much it should cover up to. You said 17 tokens are fully complete. That's like a quarter? So maybe, like, the first, like, 15 tokens or something? I don't know. first 3 levels, that also works. If you've already finished them, then it wouldn't take, it would seriously, like... Oh, fuck. Why did I do that? Well, I just killed the run, but I want to finish this. Anyway, you could literally just, like, you know, convert it. You could literally just release it tonight if you really. I'm not saying that's, like, what you should do or anything. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying, like, that would not take long if it's just taking levels you've already completed, and then you just, like, maybe, like, change the title screen so it says, like, demo or something, and then, just quick pull it to Xbox, and then it should just, like, shouldn't even take long. I mean, I'm not a modder, but, yeah, probably be quick. And then I would happily play the hack, yeah, whenever I have the chance. If those ideas are in the first few levels, then that'd be a good way of testing the waters. Yeah, exactly. Again, if something is a bad idea, then you can remove it before it starts to plague the rest of the game. That being said, though, one important thing is that everybody's gonna have different opinions. So somebody might think that you should, like, make a change or whatever, but then everyone else is like, no, don't make the change or whatever. You know, just random example. You gotta, you know, see what the majority want, not just, like, you know. I think the people's opinions who will matter the most are the mod makers, if you can get them to play the demo. I think they could help you a lot with, like, the best stuff. Yeah. Exactly. A lot of people either just try to cater to everybody, which is impossible, or just don't listen to anyone's criticism, which is, like, both very extreme. Should not do either. At the end of the day, if your hack gets big enough, there's gonna be one hater for no reason, but just know that, like, their feedback doesn't matter. What matters is everybody else's, and everybody else will be very happy with what you've done, as long as you, are listening to the fans. Nice. I'm happy about that. I can play the hack. Hooray. Again, it shouldn't even take long if it's literally just stuff you've already done. Again, you can just slap, like, demo on it, and then, like, yeah, practically done. That's what Sky did as well for BFB Mix, and it turned out pretty good, I think, to do that. I mean, they had a more clear way of being able to do it because they released it by chapters, but yeah, like, still. Yeah, there was a JF demo, and then there was Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. Although hardly anything changed from Chapter 3. The big changes were from Chapter 1, honestly. I remember. Being on the tester team for BFB Mix was super cool, because I got to see, like, all the changes and shit. I liked it. Yeah.
get to Shell.
Yay. I don't know when I'll play it, but I guess the next stream when there's like an hour left, I'm just like, you guys want to play a hack? And everyone's like, yeah. And I'll be like, okay then. I'll take the extra time to pro my Xbox though. That'd be really cool. While I have submitted to the Dolphin Gods, playing on Xbox is still cooler. But being able to play on console is just fucking based. It's cool.
Do you have any treats?
Oh yeah, and also still speaking of BFB Mix, I remember being able to play like super early versions of like Downtown and Goo Lagoon. I felt awesome being like in like some sort of exclusive group where I could just play like the super early levels and shit. And also like my feedback like mattered and could make a difference. I thought it was so cool. Obviously, I had very little say in JF because it was all practically made. It was only very few changes after that. But me and the rest of the team had like a big influence, I feel like, on the Goo Lagoon and Downtown. The hub world was actually made like really late. I think it was like, I think it was made before RoboSponge, but other than that, I swear it was like the last thing made. Oh, I have more Manleys now, at least, I guess.
How is that for you? Right back at ya. Well, that was different.
Yeah, BFB Mix will always have like a lasting impact, I feel like. You know, I guess kind of like Super Mario 74. That game's also pretty blocky, and by today's standards is obviously very outdated. The way that I see BFB, and Super Mario 74 I think was one of the very first full game hacks with like fully custom levels and shit, and fully unique hub world and shit. The way that I see like BFB Mix, I feel like obviously it's one of those hacks that sets like a new standard and is like the very first of its kind. However, in the distant future, modders will get so skilled and the modding itself will get so advanced and there'll be so many options. You know, like with SM64, every like new hack now just easily outclasses 74 and even Star Road mostly. Like they're all just like way more, and that will happen to BFB Mix, but not because it's bad. It's just like very old at that point, like when it gets to that. But that's a good thing because it shows like how much progression's been made. When like BFB Mix was like the one and only like standing out, above the rest, and then it'll just there'll be a fucking huge like ocean of fucking amazing hacks and stuff. But BFB Mix is setting the standard of what's to come. It has influence on a lot of mods, I feel like, if people realize it or not. I feel like, it even just changes your mentality. It's just like, damn, Sky made, like, all these levels, and I'm just making one level right now. Damn, like, I should put more work into this level because I'm only working on one. It's like that type of thing. It's like, I feel like it changes your mentality, even the people who make mods, whether they realize it or not. Yeah, it's pretty old. In fact, Sky started working on it, about 4 years ago, I believe. I think is when they started working on it. I don't know if it's, like, exactly 4 years, or it might be a bit less than that, but yeah, I think we're at least getting close to 4 years, like, when it started development. Which is incredible. I remember speedrunning JF with Chatter and VC, and I really enjoyed doing that. We just did like no CB like 100% or like all socks or that. It was really fun. I really liked doing that.
I'm not feeling like a game of catch right now.
You know, because the thing is with Battle and Movie is that I can never like play them casually fast again, in the sense of like when I was a kid, you know, well, I say when I was like a teen, like a young teen, in like 2014 or something, I did like a BFB run with like no strats. And I just did, it was on PAL PS2. I did like a 20 spatula speed run or something like that. Why 20? I don't know. I just did 20 for some reason instead of 15. I guess I felt like 15 was too short. But yeah, I just got like most of the spatulas from JF Downtown and Gulagoon, and then I did Poseidon, Tree Dome, Shitty Shoals, and then I did like some minimalist stuff and I was done. And like, that's cool, you know? Like, that was fun because that was when speedrunning was more like magical, when it was more like, you know, but now that like I know the level structure so well and all of the strats and shit, it just isn't the same. And BFB Mix obviously wasn't able to fully reignite that childlike wonder that I had when I first like knew what speedrunning was. But it was able to do a lot because it was a completely different level geometry. And I was learning where all the collectibles were, and then I was speedrunning it casually, just basically just having good movement, and it was fun. I really liked doing that. It was great. And that's why I like, that's why I like the idea of running a hack. Although that being said, welcome back, Wilcon. I was just talking about mods being based and stuff. Were you smoking crack? Anyway, yeah, point being that, like, I can't recreate, like, those old, like, 2014 PAL PS2 days of running these games with, like, no strats, but when it comes to, like, these hacks, I can do that. At least for a bit, until I learn, and that's cool. You know, I liked running BFB Mix at first, but what put me off was all the battle tech, whereas, like, Movie has, like, less tech, so I feel like I could get pretty into Blitz and, Movie Mix if that comes out. Like a mouse. Yeah, iPie's looking to, release a demo of his hack, Wilcon. I convinced him to do it, 'cause I'm awesome! Also, he brought up the idea of doing it, I was just like, yeah, you should definitely do it, and then he was like, okay. And I was like, yes. 3 levels. You can't show too much, you know? You can't throw all your cards on the table, you know what I mean? You gotta feed him crumbs, you know? You gotta give them just enough so that they know the hack's not dead and, like, they're pretty excited, but you can't give them so much that they have too much and even just kind of burn out from the idea of playing the hack, you know? Like, if you play, like... If iPie released, for example, like, 80% of the hack, then it'd be like, what's the fucking point then? I've already played 80% of it, so what's the point of playing the other 20%? I already, you know... But, if it's just 3 levels... That is the good amount, because even though it leaves you wanting more, that's exactly what it should be doing. It shouldn't leave you satisfied, it should leave you wanting more. That's how you get people more interested. Hello, Zoe, hope your day has been good. Holy shit, that's a lot of tits. Like a mouse. Yeah, actually, same exact thing here, Darth. I just really don't put in the fucking effort. Battle's really crash happy as well. So I'd probably just rather hack Movie, but all the fucking tutorials of battle modding. Which, like, it can't be that different, but, like, still, it's just kind of opinions. Also, I just can't be bothered for all the, like, troubleshooting and fucking, yeah. Plankton is using those... SpongeBob. Can do, Mindy. Why do Sandwich Driving and 3K have nearly identical music? It especially sucks. Even casually, it's, like, terrible, because it's, like... First of all, everybody thinks that they're the literal exact same track because it's so similar. I thought that until, like, 2018 or something, right? So I didn't even know for a while. Also, they're literally right next to each other. And, a lot of the time, you won't have enough, tokens for Bash, and then you have to go back. You either have to do Depression Combat or fucking Sandwich Driving again when you already did it. So then you hear the same track twice, right? And then you play 3K, and then you hear the track again. And then if you somehow don't have enough for BBBH, you might go back to Sandwich Driving again. Oh, fuck. I need that. Same death. I feel like I'd never be able to put in this much time into a speed game again as a movie. Like, so I'm shockingly dedicated to this game for how fucking lazy I am and just how little, you know, little motivation I get sometimes. But, like, when it comes to this game specifically, I guess that's one of the reasons why I don't want to stop playing this game, is because, like, this is the thing that somehow gets me to not be a fucking lazy piece of shit. So I'd rather keep it that way. And I've had success with a couple other speed games in that regard, but, like, movie... Again, because with movie, I'm just adding one strat at a time. It isn't, like, overwhelming or anything. I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be, like, a fucking gigantic reroute or whatever. You know? I can, like, kind of be a rest, knowing that, like, my effort is not being put... You know, is not being wasted, I guess. Well, they are different tracks. It's just that they're very, very, very similar. But they're not literally identical tracks. They are slightly different. Which in itself is an issue, because then it's like, why even bother? Why even bother having them be different? Especially when they're, like, right next to each other. I feel like, the driving music's not bad, but, like, I just... don't see why I'd share it with the 3K music. It isn't just that. If you put the tracks side by side, one of them desyncs eventually. I forget which one it is. Well, I guess technically, depending on the angle you're looking at it from, both of them could be desyncing. But yeah, they desync eventually. The SD-101 one... having, more going on. Well, you could just compare, you could just play the tracks at the same time, and then you'll hear the difference, eventually. It takes a bit, but... I've seen proof. I've seen the fucking songs. I've heard them desync, bro. You play them right next to each other, they desync. Like a boss. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can do super reactions because I have Nitro. I guess I'm a good enough kitten to get Nitro. And by that, I mean somebody gifted me 2 weeks of free Nitro, because I think if you have Nitro, you could gift Nitro to other people for 2 weeks or something. But I got Nitro. But I didn't pay for it, though. I've never given Discord a penny. Never given them a penny. I'm thinking of having a gift profile pic just because I haven't had this opportunity in a very long time. But I should use it like a Shinoa gif or something. I think that'd be cool. But then every time I use a Shinoa gif, people say they think I'm fucking trans, and it's just like, I just like Shinoa. That might be on the table. Dude, that gold is so hard to beat for some reason. One day I'll beat it, but it's gonna take a while. Why? You mean like you feel bad for having even the time for hobbies, because a lot of people just don't have the time or money for the hobbies because like they need to spend all their life working to pay off the bills or whatever. You mean it like that? I personally can't relate. I mean,
Only Goofy Goo.
the thing is, right, I mean, I was waiting for it to crash here. Yeah, I mean, modding's a hobby. The thing is, right, you're going to have, like, there are people in life who are going, you're gonna be, your life, what am I trying to say? You're going to have more, dude, I cannot English right now, bro. It just can't happen. I need to speak Welsh instead, it's the only way, even though I don't know any Welsh. Thank you, Sky. That is terrible, I will change it, though. There are a lot of people in life who are gonna have it worse than you, but there are gonna be so many people who have it better than you as well. So I don't think you should really feel bad for just, like, any position in your life unless you're, like, fucking millionaire or something. It's, like... You know, I don't really know if there's, like, a purpose in life, but I feel like if there is, it's probably something along the lines of just, like, enjoy life the most you realistically can. And a good way of, like, doing that day by day is just getting invested in a hobby. I've thought about, like, console modding and stuff, like hard modding and, like, console repairs shit. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, but that's something I've had a little passion for. And building PCs, too, because right now I don't know how to build a fucking PC. I need to buy a second-hand PC so I can try, like, building with it. You know, hobbies allow us to, like, kind of break the, you know, they allow us to break the repetitiveness of, like, every single day, you know, because you're not going to do your hobby every single day, you're not going to, you know, but it's just a really good way of passing the time and just keeping yourself happy, like, you know, I don't think you can, like, beat yourself up for that, you know. Well, yeah, I mean... The point I'm making is just, like, hobbies are just, like, a thing that we do to just, like, make ourselves happy. It's just, like, little passion things. They make life less boring, you know? Well, that's a thing. I wouldn't want too many hobbies because then I wouldn't have time to, like, focus on the shit I want to focus on. Obviously, my pastime is just playing video games and watching anime, which, because I'm a 15-year-old racist on Twitter and Discord, like a mouse. Anime girl profile picture, with a fucking MAGA hat on the anime girl. But yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, just something that makes you happy, you know? Why not do it? You can spend your life the way that you want to, you know? The fucking... It's bad that I said you can spend your life doing what you want to do, and then I immediately said fucking Mindy, but like... I accidentally pressed A instead of B.
This is.
I didn't do that.
Sky, I forgot sees. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Purple cube. No, I don't think so, actually.
Must smash crates.
No, Doth, what I actually do is I see something sexist or homophobic on Twitter.com, and all I reply with is the word based. That's actually what they always do.
I wish this place had something.
I think it'd be pretty cool if the blocks were purple instead of blue. Someone should do that. Yeah. Fuck those shows where characters better themselves. Give me a show where I get worse.
King me.
It'd be called Discord Kitten Adventures. I'm on an adventure to get Discord Kitten. Step 1, be racist. Step 2, anime profile picture. Step 3, say base to everything bad. Step 4, be chronically on political Twitter.
Okay, Latte, well,
How about instead of Breaking Bad, you break into some good shows? Ooh. I have like 2 or 3, and I have a purple hoodie, but I haven't worn it yet. We bought it like as it was getting hot, so. Also I feel like the hoodie's too dark, but I don't know. Popcorners.
And so.
Latte, you should watch, you should watch, like, all the anime I recommend you. Oh my god, e-dating servers. Fucking hell. I forgot those exist, bro. Oh. Hello. Likes movie. Dislikes. The libs. Oh my god, 30. Oh my god, yeah, nah, that's fucking bad, that is. You know some fucking, like, 40-year-old is gonna fucking go on there and pretend to be 13. Like, come on, dude. Well, Latte, you should redeem the thing. Sky, I keep the sky. Sky! I think I need to close the window after this. Sky, can you post it again so I can copy the text quicker? Why not, Latte? Why not? Big schlebbies. That's not even wrong, because, like, they're technically sleeping.
this is so wholesome 100 Big Chungus.
Oh, I didn't get 101. It's so over, bros. It is so over for Purple Foundation. There we go. What was the name of that fucking purple monkey?
Plankton.
Look at this place. I hope my pine.
Surely somebody here must know what I'm talking about. Sky again banned. Yeah, Bonzi buddy. I'm pretty sure that thing would like sometimes send kids to like sketchy websites and stuff, and I think it did also have like spyware, if I remember correctly. And if it was doing that, it was also definitely like stealing your data and selling to China, bro. I mean, also that's the closest I've been to my guess gold since like 2021, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. For some reason, I don't remember doing the jump, so I think I actually have dementia.
Come out, wherever you are.
My gold is like so hard to beat because I hardly slow down for the jumps because I did it on accident and I got like perfect jumps afterwards.
When's lunch?
This guy getting banned again.
Slipping.
Expand dong. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
You know, at the end of this, I could play a hack. At the end of this run.
Would you guys like a hack?
Yeah, that's the TikTok shit. They were asking questions like, they were like, does TikTok require, like, the use of internet access or something? And it's just like, okay, like, as soon as they ask that, you already know that shit's getting banned. When they ask questions like that. It's like, what did you accomplish? Like, wow, instead of Google stealing your data and selling it to China, TikTok is gonna steal your data and send it to China? Oh, no, we can't have that, bro. No. No, we can't. It's different, even though it's like the same fucking thing. I mean, it's not really much different from, like, most other companies. Every company steals your fucking data. By the time TikTok gets to you, there's fucking nothing left. Go to a fucking desert at that point, with not a fucking drop of water. I've been having a lot of problems with this recently, and only recently. And it's kind of starting to bug me. I need to practice it more. Also, that bill, by the way, if you look into it more, it suggests that, like, the government can basically spy on, like, literally every single thing you do ever on the internet. By the way, if you read into it. Which should very... They're just blanket banning TikTok so they can get away with passing a bill like that, try and sweep it under the rug. And the reason why I'm worried, even though that's a US bill, is because the UK, a bunch of fucking pussy copycats, they always do everything America does, I feel like. They're just so gonna do that, too. Especially because we are allowed to use our own, like, internet laws because we're not in the fucking EU anymore. We could just make, like, some horrible fucking law. Easily. Also, bruh. Yeah. You know, they'll have to spy on, like, 5 million fucking people before they find, like, at most, like, 2 fucking terrorists or whatever, but, you know. God. You're right, I didn't count to 4. That's probably unironically why I missed it. I was too busy talking about TikTok. Well, at least 1 or 2 is really easy as long as Mindor works.
You're almost.
It's too.
I can bring back the paddy wagon, but you'll need more.
Yay.
Hooray, it worked.
Florida wants to do everything bad ever because it's Florida. You just hear a bunch of shit, like, it's always like fucking Florida and like a couple other places that always just just have talks about doing the worst shit. You just see it on Twitter randomly, but it's like Florida's like usually in the thick of it when it comes to stuff like that. Fucking sucks. And everybody always complains about living there. Which, like, yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like a great place to live, methinks. I've basically just heard if you go there for vacation, it's good, but if you live there, it sucks dick, which sounds right, you know, that sounds reasonable. Sounds realistic. Yeah, but like the two, well, in particular, I especially hear people complain about Texas and Florida.
We're doing better now.
Like, they seem kind of standouts to me. Well, I don't think it's... I also think it's because of, like, some of the fucking awful, like, bills that pass in the States and shit as well. Live in caves. Oh my god, Jellyfish Caves reference.
Jellyfish Caves much?
Oh boy.
I read it as common as well at first.
Alright. All hail, Plankton. Dodge, SpongeBob, dodge!
Man, I gotta highlight 2 golds today and whatever hack I play, and those 2 golds might not have even golded.
Man, this sucks.
I command you to kill him!
Bruh.
Metal forged by the power of rock.
Neptune tummy.
Dodge, SpongeBob, dodge!
Boing.
Commit not alive.
Kill SpongeBob! Stop that! Your chops are too righteous!
I don't know. What we hear is his helmet, so I don't know. I think it... Okay, I thought I could hear a cruise boost sound for some reason. Really confused just then. Bro. Yeah, that's another thing going on Twitter. A lot of people are replying to gimmick accounts with, well, gore. You know, obviously mostly with humans, but it ranges. But it is mostly humans. Or even just, like, some really hardcore shit, literally sometimes shit. And it's, like, really bad, and all I've seen more of on Twitter after Elon took over, I see more hate speech, and I see more ads. I see more bots, too, now that I think about it. And what do we get out of it? Not even a way of removing that sort of content on there. That's good, bro.
No, Roblox, I was trying to say keep yourself safe.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I feel like no CEOs are ever fucking good, but it should be an upgrade at least. Same.
There's so many good ideas.
Well, first of all, remove the fucking view count off tweets. That shit is terrible. Also, remove the tweeting from Earth bullshit as well. That is just some fucking nonsense, bro. They removed, like, what device you're tweeting off of to remove, you know, useless space or whatever, you know, just, like, clutter. And then they just add tweeting from Earth as if that's even gonna be relevant, like, for the next fucking 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, he so did that because his plan was to, like,